Hi, everyone. My name is Mircea Dăncilescu. I'm a global data manager at WPP, one of the largest marketing and advertising holding companies in the world. I'm here today to share how we leverage open data as well as open data principles here at WPP. But first of all, I'd like to thank Data.World for inviting us to speak briefly about our experience with open data at this event. And it's great to hear from all the other guests about the latest development in the world of data management and data governance. Given that we're hosted by Data.World, I'd like to start with a quote from our friend Juan Sequeda, which resonated with our efforts to transform the data that we have access to in the knowledge that we can help our people and clients. So when the world's data is transformed into knowledge, opportunities emerge for everyone. So first of all, who is WPP? WPP is the creative transformation company. That's our tagline. And we are using the power of creativity to build better futures for our people, our planet, clients, and communities. We are very large, as I mentioned earlier, 109,000 people and growing in 11 and 12 countries. And we have also established 30 regional campuses where we bring together all our agencies to work collaboratively for our clients. Our offering is split into three broad areas: commerce, communications, and experience, and everything is underpinned by data and technology. Hence, we're here in this session today. In terms of reach, we work with some of the largest companies in the world. As you can see here, we are the #1 client of Google, Meta, formerly Facebook, and Amazon. And we work with all the leading US national advertisers. In terms of our agencies, given that we are holding companies, we can see a selection here, although it's more than 100 agencies around the world. We are working into groups, integrated agencies, media, public relations, production as well, and many of the ads that you would have seen on TV or on radio or on other media would have been created by one of our agencies, but also produced and bought into media by one of our agencies. Now, we are such a large organization, so therefore it's difficult for us to implement a data strategy that is it resonates with everyone, and we'd like to leave our agencies to operate as independently as possible. So therefore, we have created a data philosophy, which works better in our opinion. So first of all, our clients own the best customer data. We are not in the business of holding data, especially personal information. So we have the data experts that unlock the value of customers' data. Data variety is a strength. So we are here to talk about open data, but we obviously do produce data, proprietary data ourselves as well. Our clients own data as well that we combine to enhance and provide the best value that we can to our clients. Because we have access to such broad range of data, we have established a data ethics guideline that states that data should be shared and used responsibly whenever possible. Data also must be managed well and used with purpose, and therefore we have created a data catalog, which I'll talk to you about later. So we talked about open data, but open is much broader than data for us. So we have created an internal platform called WPP Open, built by a multidisciplinary team over the past 2 years, where we bring together technology products, data, but also data and AI communities to work together, to learn from each other, to serve our clients better. So in here, we have more than 50 proprietary products that we've created across all of our agencies. We have brought together WPP partner and vendor data sets. We have created a learning and development program called the AI Academy, that trained 5,000 data scientists in things like Python and data science and everything that data visualization to be able to, again, serve our clients to the best of our abilities. An important element in this is the data that is available. The data that is available to us is very wide and varied. So therefore, we have invested in data catalog brought by data.world, which is much more than a catalog, where it offers the basics elements of a data catalog to be able to collate, find, and understand the diverse data that we have. But it also offers two elements that we think are critical in our ability to deliver, and that's integration and virtualization capabilities. You'll be able to integrate with the tools that we use on a day-to-day basis and be able to actually bring together the data using the virtualization capabilities to work from one single environment across multiple data sources. So in terms of open and how we use open data for our clients, so the first power that I want to talk to you about is the power to discover. By using the data catalog, we created a one-stop shop for our data set discovery. And here you can see a selection of data sources that we have in our catalog. So starting from open source content from some of the largest data providers in the world, such as the World Bank, OECD, IMF, but also bring together WPP content that helps bring our expertise together to enrich the open source data that we have access to, and also add to that the partner and vendor content, things like search trends, aggregated location data that we purchase from some more specialized data vendors, and let's not forget the access to the brilliant data world community. Right, that offers access to research institutes, data enthusiasts, healthcare organizations, and if you bring all of that together, you are able to deliver much more than if you look at your own data. Another power of open is the power to learn. We have partnered with the Open Data Institute to create 4 bespoke training modules, which many of our people within the organization have gone through. The first one is the data landscape, which basically provides an overview of what data is available within WPP, but not only within WPP, from outside as well, leveraging the data catalog that I mentioned earlier. Second one being trusted with data, to look how WPP has respected the rights of people and organizations. Things like the legislation that has come into force in Europe, but also in other parts of the world, so GDPR, CCPA, and so on. All of that we put together in this module so that people are aware how they need to treat data to engender that trust with our clients. One of the most important training modules is using data for creative transformation. How can we use data creatively? And I'll show you an example a bit later to deliver the most creative work that we can to our clients. And then finally, some of the specifics of how do you work with data. What skills do you need? What tools do you need? And what's available within WPP? Have a look at the Open Data Institute, a great resource for open data. To learn about open data, frameworks and tooltips on that. This is the great client case that I want to showcase to you today. There are tens and hundreds in the organization, but this one in particular resonates because we have used open data in conjunction with survey data, but also proprietary data from our client, the U.S. Census Bureau, to drive the adoption and the engagement with the U.S. Census in 2020, running more than 200 focus groups, having access to the 15 million American Community Survey open data, and then using that to create a creative campaign to reach out the whole of the U.S. population to be able to drive the adoption of the U.S. Census. And now I'd like to show you a quick video showcasing this.
America, we all count.
That count informs decisions that affect funding for hundreds of programs.
Our dog, Mr. BB, should count, but he doesn't.
Hola, ¿sabes quién soy?
統計gì vậy con?
Pa, 很重要.
والدراسة علمية.
Usted?
Make your family count.
Thank you for that. I hope you've seen the power of data and blending open data with proprietary data. What we can do, we reach the highest percentage of counted people in the US Census ever. And now the last power that I want to show you is the power to surprise. Right? You never know what might come out of using open data. So, for example, what would be the connection between a paleobiology data set from the Data World community and the US theme park? Well, starting from a project that an enthusiast has done in looking at the chance of being eaten by a raptor depending on a person's location in the US, one of our agencies developed a great campaign for a US theme park, which resonated with its customers and has a lot of traction. So always be curious about the open data that's available there, and don't be afraid to investigate it. Summarizing, these are the 4 powers of open data that we use here at WPP, and I hope you enjoyed this quick tour of what is possible within an business organization with open data, and I wish you a great summit going forward.